Okay. Okay. Good evening, everyone. So today we have gathered here for a fantastic no-code session, which is covered in Skill Winter Bootcamp. So we have Harshit with us, currently working as an associate product manager at PhonePe. So we'll be getting into the session. The session is divided into four parts basically. First of all, Harshit will tell us about no-code basically. Then he'll explain about the project part, and then he'll build a real. Uh, he'll build the project live with us. And finally, we will be answering some of your questions. So we'll be getting into the session. I'll hand over to Harshit now. You can start, sir.
Hi. Okay. Hi, everyone. I hope you will enjoy the session. And like my biggest giveaway for this session would be that to break the myths around no code, essentially. We'll come to that. Okay. So let me present my screen and let's start. Okay. So screen one. I think screen one is the complete screen. Okay. Okay. मेरा screen visible होगा अभी?
Yes, भैया.
Cool. So, no, could you can reach me out at this email for any follow-ups or this website which I'm currently trying to build. So, okay, let's see. So I've tried to put too many memes in the slides. So essentially, no code. What can we build? My hunch is, and I can prove that we can build pretty much everything, uh, every application which we can think of by no code tools. But the bigger question is, should we build that or not? We'll try to answer the last part of it. Should we try to build that or not in the end of the session? But for now, rest assured that we can build pretty much everything imaginable by using no code tools. No coder. Um, Now, what is happening currently in the space of no code is it is decentralizing the access. Uh, from the very beginning, the access to creation was in the hands of a few who would, uh, you know, run codes and brainstorm ideas, and those who have capabilities to access to systems and hardwares and softwares to build applications. Now, with the no-code tools, essentially, it's a SaaS product. Most of the no-code tools, software as a service. So the service will be setting up somewhere in the Linux server of some systems. We will be hitting that servers from our computers and building codes. That's essentially what's called cloud based access. So with this process, there's a decentralization of access to softwares, access to hardwares, access to capabilities, and access to the methods of writing codes. Democratization of value creation, since now we all of us can have access to create softwares and programs. We can democratize who can create value. So it's essentially democratizing that complete function of value creation. And deformation of legacy approach. So legacy approach in software development would be brainstorming in a room, building up a feature list, and then asking the developers to write the code for that feature list, etc. It takes a lot of time. And with the approach of no code tools, we can deform that legacy approach and shorten that to build products and features and softwares and whatnot. So these are all the Gyanbazi. Now let's actually address what no code is. It's it's an abstraction. So for those of you who have not attended the CSO 101, abstraction in is essentially uh, keeping all the things, all the wires and the vessels in a black box, and having only certain fixed capabilities given as an endpoint to the users. So you need not know what is happening internally in the system. You just need to know what you want to do. For example, if you want to, in a analogy of a physical world, if you want to switch on and off the light, you just need to know how to operate that switch. turning that off and on. You need not know what goes on in the wire and how the bulb is converting the electrical energy into luminous form and all that. That is abstracted from us. So no code is essentially abstracting all the software building, heavy lifting work which goes on in developing softwares, getting things done. So this is one of the very important aspects of no code. So we get things done pretty much everything fast and accurate, and experimentation. So whenever the cost of experimentation is saved to such an extent that if we test our hypothesis of software in the real world, we get to know the result quicker and we fail fast, learn fast, and get going. So with this, I guess we are ready to be in the no code space. We can skip this slide, but this slide just tells about the no code market. Um, there is a increase in revenue. It's a very high paying industry, etc., etc. Those kind of stuffs. So you can pretty much present your idea to the next Shark Tank with your no code tool and applications. Uh, we can also skip the slide. It talks about why no code. Budget constraint. We can fail fast and learn fast and tinker everything in this thing. To me, the third point of it is most appealing. We can tinker with tools and ideas and build things faster. So yeah. Now this was the all the stuffs which I wanted to present about no code and explaining what no code actually is. Um, I kind of missed one of the key points about what no code is not. So before we deep dive into the toolkit, what are needed to build a no code project, and then get on a hands on exercise to build one, I just want to strictly call out what no code is not. So no code is not no coding. So if you, what is coding? What do you mean by code? It's essentially a cognitive exercise in which we build stuffs based on certain logics and paths, right? So even in no code, you need to have logic and flows, and you need to have business problem statement which you want to convert by using a software, etc. Those kind of thing, right? So those logical components will still be there even in a no code project, but the actual work of typing that out, building that you know, opening the VS code and typing that out, complete learning the language to code that things are abstracted, right? So do not mistake no code with no coding. You essentially need to code, but in a language, in a visual language, in a very fluid language, right? With that, let us now think about what are the components of an application on a very, very high level and a very generic level. There are three components to it. One is the interface, right, on which the end user interacts to get things done. That is the interface part of it. The second component is the database. Now, it is a critical component, but a often missed component because it helps us in ways which comes in the later stage of the software development. So whenever user interacts, it generates some kind of data, like it's a number of time a switch is on, turned on or off, or number of time our system has crashed. Those kind of data part to it. That is the second layer of any software. The most critical part of the software again is decision algorithms. Now, based on the input, based on the existing data, based on the predicted data, etc., what decision are we taking? Focused mainly on business decision. Let's say if a student enrolls in a cohort and he or she is from IIT, that then we apply 20% discount on certain products, etc. Those kind of algorithms, the brain of the software. That is the third part of it. First, the interface in which the user interacts. The second, the database in which we store all the information of interaction, of decisions, etc. And the third is the brain of the software, which is decision algorithms. Now, based on these three toolkits, we can build any software. Now, every toolkit will have a combination of three, or in most cases, all the three components, but some might survive without a database, some might survive without an algorithm, some might survive without an interface. Let's say if you are building internal tools for a company, that might not need interface and on. So there are edge cases, but for a consumer product, these three components will be there in any software toolkit. With this, let's start with our project. So I'll stop my presentation now. We'll get back to it. I have some more slides uh, talking about the goodness of no-code tools, but we'll come to that later. Now, before the meeting was getting recorded, I had a quick chat about Chat GPT, and I thought about why not build something related to that. So, what I'll do is I'll try to build which is something relevant to you. In the group, I presume that most of us are in the phase of interning and job hunting, etc. So I'll try is I'll try to let's test the hypothesis first. I'll try to build a bot which will search Twitter if there is in any internship opening, save that result, and based on the result, it will generate a what do we call that? The email kind of thing which we send to the recruiters, right? That message, that prompt will be created, and yes, let's try to build that. Now, the interface kind of. So the idea of the software is clear, right? We are trying to build a software. Oh, and feel free to pause me anytime if you think I'm going fast. And I'm ready to take a question even now, since we are probably running fast. So no problem, no constraint of time here. Feel free to pause me anytime and put up your questions, and we will discuss that. But coming to the software part, what we are trying to build a bot which will collate all the job or internship openings in the Twitter. Then we will make a prompt message to that person who have put the post and send that message. High level expectation, but let's see where we go. Let's first see कि Twitter पे internship hashtag लगाने से क्या होता है. Internship. So this is the testing phase of the any software development. Internship. So there are some kind of tweets जो celebrate करते हैं internship को. अच्छा, ये these kind of tweet we are looking for intern. Um, Internship alerts. Okay. Internship. This is again internship feedback kind of thing. ठीक है, ठीक है, ठीक है. Okay. Okay. And if we advance search it, so opening internship, and let's say for keyword is ठीक है, इतना काफी होगा. Opening and internship will filter out. So what we analyzed here was कि there are two kind of posts generally in the internship. The one post which celebrates internship, the one post which hunts for internship. We are interested in the hunting part. So हमने एक और word लगा दिया. We put one more word here, opening, so that those noise we can filter out, right? So grand opening, grand closing. Okay. Join, yeah. This is interesting. New internship opening, yes. Now this filter I guess works. Now ठीक है, हमने hype like now we want to collate all these tweets somewhere in the database. What we will do, we will search for. I'm going to the through the process very fast. Please feel free to stop me anytime you want. So I'll just search how to do XYZ, but I already know about a tool. It's called Zapier, right? If you didn't know, you just Google search it. There are millions of tools like this. Do not constrain yourself to use a single tool, or like go with the flow. Like it's a testing phase, it's a testing environment. You do not feel overwhelmed by saying अरे यहाँ पे तो 50 तरीके के tools है, which one do it? Just pick one and go, right? Cool. So I have worked with Zapier. I have a fair bit of idea of what it does. So I'll try to. So essentially, what it does is it's based on triggers and actions. It takes trigger for some activity which happens, and then it performs a certain action. So trigger and action, right? Uh, I will go for Twitter. I'll see if Twitter is available here. Twitter, yes, it is available. Now I'll go and check. Um, I'll go and check some other things. So my screen is probably too big, but ठीक है. ठीक है. I need Twitter to be connected to a database application. So then again, I'll go and search in Google कि कौन सा database works good, etc. If anyone wants to speak, please feel free. मेरे को pause कर देना, ठीक है? Uh, खैर, anyways, so I'll search for a database. Which database should I use? I, for a fact, knows कि Airtable is a good database. Even Google Sheet does the work, but Airtable is probably थोड़ा सा better there. ठीक है. So I'll connect this with Airtable, right? Make a Zap. It's called Zap uh, connections in Zapier. So what I'll do is choose an event. Um, so there are certain events like someone liked your tweet or there is a new follower, etc. These are triggers, right? So my trigger is search. When So I have previously logged in my account, so everything is pre-populated here. If not, like in your case, you will have to give authentication to use Twitter, etc., to log in your account. But yeah, that's that. Choose your account, set up a trigger. Okay, we have identified the trigger as this particular search result. So whenever this result comes, we need our Zap to work. So opening an internship, refresh field. So continue, and there is a test option. We can see ki kitna, how many results are we gathering it and all, etc., etc. So there are certain results which we gathered. No need to worry about them now. Uh, so what we'll do is we'll just continue now. Airtable. Choose an event. Create a record. Record is essentially a row in Airtable. So before that, I need to clean up my Airtable. So previously, I was trying to build another project here, but ठीक है. Let's try to build from scratch. From scratch, blank. Yes. So we'll name this internship alert. It's a database. It's a table here. So I'll rename table as Twitter results. ठीक है. Save. Cool. Now, mm, cool. We need to edit this field. We'll see which handle and post. These two fields will work. It's a long text. Create field. Cool. So we'll take the handle name from which accounts the post was made and the post itself. Right. We'll try that. Okay. Let's go back to Zapier. Create a record. Create a record. Continue. Now we'll select an account, Airtable. And then we'll continue. Then we will select a base. Internship alert base. The table was Twitter results. Now set up an action. Handle. Now this is interesting. So what happens now is these are essentially the columns which we made in our table, right? Handle and post. When we try to insert any value here, the previous values which we got from Twitter is getting populated here, right? So let's see. We will select username in the handle. Uh, show all options. Close this one. Okay, just click outside it. Okay, and in the post, we will select the show all options, URL, full text. Full text is the complete tweet text. So we'll populate that data here. Continue. We'll test this. Wait. Our record was sent to a table to. I will go back to our A table, and here we can see the result. तो मेरे को यहाँ पे इसको let's say like I can obviously see the results here. Just want to zoom it so that ठीक है. I'm pretty much sure कि result पूरा आ गया है. Cool. इसको ये कैसे करते थे? There is an option कि जहाँ पे पूरा text दिख जाता था. But anyways, we can always have a what's that called? A form view, gallery view. Yes. Problem in Zoom. Gallery view, create a new view. Yes. So we can see कि इस particular handle से ये particular post I have grabbed it in my A table, right? Now what I'll do is I'll just publish this tab, publish and turn on. One part of the thing is done. Go to my zaps. I'll just turn this off. Now the problem with the no-code tools are most of them are not free. They charge, etc., etc. Zapier provides only 50 or 100 zaps per month. I don't remember correctly. So I'll just turn this off. When we'll go live, we'll just turn that on for demo purposes. ठीक है. So एक तो ये zap हो गया. I'll Twitter data. I'll just name this app as Twitter data. Twitter to Airtable. Airtable. And we'll just write internship here. This is one thing. One app is clear. अब हमें क्या करना है कि we need to interesting part is coming. We need to use chat GPT to actually build a message. That will be very interesting. So let's try to build another zap. New zap. Yes. Now what we'll do here is हम थोड़ा data cleanup कर लेते हैं पहले यहाँ पे. ये हो ही गया. What can we do? Let me think. या तो हम इसी टेबल पे यूज करके एक नया कॉलम बना के मैसेज प्रॉम्प्ट डाल सकते हैं. That will be easier in one aspect, but एक नया टेबल बनाने से थोड़ा क्लीन हो जाएगा. Because for a fact I know कि Zapier पे कुछ वैसा ट्रिगर नहीं है which is only update. It's ठीक है. टेक्निकल हो रहा हूँ मैं थोड़ा नो कोड में, बट एक नया टेबल बनाते हैं. We'll create an empty table. We'll call this prompt, message prompt, let's say msg prompt, and we'll write this as URL, not URL, handle URL for the tweet URL. यहाँ पे tweet URL कर दूंगा. I have to edit the value also from long text to URL, and I'll just edit that field as prompt, and let's write here as long text. Save. Okay, that will work. Don't need this. I'll delete this field. So handle, उसने internship alert जो किया था उसका URL and our message. These three fields will work for message prompt. I'll just rename this table as prompt. So save. This will work. This will work. Now let's go back to Zapier. And the trigger is actually whenever a new entry comes in our A table. Okay. यहाँ पे ये प्रीमियम वाला अकाउंट मांगेगा मेरे से because it's a 3-step process. Let's see. Whenever new entry comes in A table, let's see. A table, new record comes Choose an account. Yes, this account. Continue. Case is internship alert. Table is the result. No, not limiting to view. So limit to view is a function where we can filter our database. If you have done SQL, then or even in Google Sheets, you can filter the values, etc. Those kind of things, so that it gives guidance first. Continue. We do not need that filter view currently. So it's breaking. Continue. Test the trigger. New entry comes. Yeah. ठीक है. Yeah. ठीक है. So it was the, let me recheck. It was internship alert. What was the event? New record. Whenever a new record triggers when a new record is created. Triggers when any record is first started. ठीक है. Cool. The action which I want is OpenAI का. एक second. Just a moment. I'll take a pause. Hi. Yes. So OpenAI. OpenAI. What we will do is check moderation generator, send prompt. Send prompt. Continue. Okay, I have to sign in my OpenAI account. Sure. API key required. Find your API key in beta.area. We click on the top right corner. View API starts, etc. I'll go to this. Login. Google. Discount. I'll just go to. Okay, we are in beta.ai. We want API keys. Generate a new API key. Copy that. We just feed the API key to here and continue. Works. So API keys are generally authorization signatures which multiple app performs. So it's just saying that just connecting the two accounts essentially. Key the user is same for these two accounts. That authorization is done by via keys, and certain permission levels are also in keys itself. ठीक है तो ओपन एक हो गया मॉडल हाँ ठीक है नॉर्मल मॉडल ही लेते हैं प्रॉम्प्ट the interesting part what is the prompt I'll use I want to intern I want to apply for internship position. This is the tweet calling for internship and I just internship का spelling अलग हो गया क्या हाँ तो ठीक है and I'll just and after this like I'll just put this tweet in a quote let's see please write a email to the to the okay for application in this position in this internship position the role internship role I'll just position थोड़ा इंडिया में यूज होता है बाकी जगह रोल यूज होता है so I'll just do it role ठीक है this should work please write an email okay ठीक है internship ठीक है cool it will work insert data no need okay done now Temperature, care, temperature, I do not know. Higher values mean the model will take more risks. Okay. I do not want to take more risks here. So we'll just reduce the temperature to 0. Let's say, I don't know, 5. We'll see. Maximum length, the maximum number of tokens. I don't know this. Stop sequence. Use up to 4 sequence where API will stop generating further tokens. I do not know that. Something is a nuclear sampling with the model by bother technical order, but let's continue and see what happens. I want to apply for internship role. This is the tweet calling for internship. Yep, that's it. I want this prompt. So essentially ये मेरा prompt generate होकर OpenAI को जाएगा ChatGPT में and it will return a message. अभी हम टेस्ट कर लेते हैं कि इससे होता क्या है. So I'll go to chat.openai.com. ठीक है, login. ठीक है, I'm not a robot. Continue to Google. ठीक है, so ideally ठीक है, next I've seen this done. Ideally if we send this message, ChatGPT will return this prompt to me. So I have just written, I want to apply for an internship role. This is a tweet calling for internship. Put the tweet in the quotations. Please write an email for the application. So this is the email which ChatGPT has generated for this particular tweet. I want this to be happening for every tweet which is coming in Twitter. Pretty interesting. Let's see. So ठीक है, टेस्ट. हाँ ठीक है, टेस्ट हो. I've already tested that. We can stop it even here. Publish and turn on. So the last leg of it was to copy this result and paste it somewhere, right? But to do that, what will happen is I'll have to create one more layer to it. So from Airtable to OpenAI to Airtable, it will create 3 components, and Zapier in its free versions allow only to create 2 components. So that's the catch of NoCode. It's costly, but it is what it is. We'll write this to as Airtable to OpenAI internship project. So yeah, this is this. We just turn this on. We can just close it. So if I go to, I delete this. I delete this. Yes. So if I go back, and I don't need this table yet because I think our project is pretty much complete. We just need to test it. So I'll just tweet something. So hey, internship alert. Join me as an intern in no-code tools powered by SCS IIT BHU Varanasi. Just internship. I have to use the word opening somewhere to work for this to work. Internship opening. Cool. This tweet should work. So I'll just turn on my zaps. It is on. Back. Moment of truth. I'll just turn back the other zap also. Twitter to Airtable on. Okay. Both the zaps are on. And I'm going to tweet, and we will wait for 2 minutes because the whole operation takes around 2 to 5 minutes to happen. So cool. We have posted that. Now we'll just see, just monitor what is happening here. So the first flow of the process. Details, that history, settings, history, details. Task uses zap runs. Zap runs are essentially the cycle of one cycle of zap running. So we'll forcefully run the zap, because for sure I know that the Zapier running cycle for free accounts is usually an SLA of, or a waiting time of 1 hour. So we cannot wait 1 hour to see our result, but we can force run the application for sure. So what I'll do is I'll force run it. We go back and we just test that. Close. Um, Share this app. Edit this app. No. No. I don't want to edit it. I want to force run it. History, details, guides, settings. Okay, we'll have to wait, I guess. Mm, let's go back to grid view. But so far pretty interesting. No activity found, tasks, no zap runs, overview. Run. Okay, here. Manually running it. Okay. One new mention is there. Close. Let's go back to, yes. This was the tweet which we did just now. The zap runs and it fetches the tweet, populates it in the Airtable. Now, second step to it is back. Second step to is running the chat GPT thing. So here we go to this particular app and just test it. So we'll just again forcefully run it, because it will take 1 hour to for one cycle to complete. So we'll go to settings, go to details, and then we'll just force run it. What was the option? Run. Okay. Manually running it again, looking for new items, triggering one new record. Cool. But we cannot see where the results are. So I'm hoping that one of my historical conversation will be getting populated here, but I cannot see any historical conversation. The other option is कि we can go to the zap runs and check. So it was 742. नहीं, ये तो पहले वाला है मेरे ख्याल से. Where will the result be? ठीक है. Zap runs, folder home. What was it? हाँ, this was the zap. Okay. Data in was this. Data out. This. Where is the message? Data out. Okay, this is the data out. Where is the? नहीं, ये तो tweet वाला है. My bad. This one. This data in. This is data out. So this is the application message. Subject: application for internship role. Dear SCS IIT BHU Varanasi, I am writing to apply for the internship role that you recently posted on Twitter. I am interested in the bhai bahut lamba prompt hai. So we'll read it. It's funny. So I'm interested in the no-code tools you are offering, and I believe I have the skills and experience necessary to excel in this role. I have a bachelor's degree in computer science, which I don't have. I'm sorry. And a strong background in coding, which I don't have. I'm sorry. And software development. I have also been working with no-code tools for the past 2 years, which is true. So I'm familiar with the concepts and technologies involved, which is true. I'm confident that I can contribute to the team in a meaningful way. I'm an organized and creative problem solver. Acha. तारीफ कर रहा है भाई मेरी, मतलब जिसकी भी. And I'm passionate about learning new things. I'm confident that I can work independently and collaboratively to achieve the desired result. I'm excited to learn more about this opportunity and I look forward hearing from you. Please find my attached resume and do not hesitate to contact me if you have further questions, which I say to all of you. Sincerely, your name. So this is the power of no code tool. And with this, like we have 15 minutes left for AMA, but what we did is pretty interesting. I'll just recap. We took a problem statement, which most of us face, to apply for internship. Um, and the best, the best thing about this project is even if you are sleeping or playing or doing anything, an internship openings come in Twitter, and you just have written a mail to apply for that internship position. What you can do further is you can just send email. There are applications available to send email. For that, you obviously need the email, which in Twitter I don't know if how you can fetch that, but there are tools. You can deep dive into Google rabbit hole and find out how you can do that. But for this particular 20 minutes exercise, this is a pretty powerful tool which we have built, right? If I'm audible till now, I think
Yes, yes,
we
Gaurav.
are done with the session. We are done with the rest of the thing. I guess let me share quickly about it. Fundamentals. No, we'll not talk about this. We have already talked about this in February. So if you want refresher, I can give you. But for now, I'm done. Pretty happy with what we have built, and I'm open for questions.
So anyone have doubt can ask in the chat box or can unmute themselves.
I'll stop presenting my screen. Okay, no doubt so far.
No doubts, I think we.
Cool. The recording has been on since an hour.
Yeah,
We have took 1 hour. We have started where like
not 1 hour. I think we started on 7 5 minutes.
okay, the call
7.
has been since an hour. Yeah, so we have joined 15 minutes early. Yes, Yash Agarwal has some.
My doubt was like we did the backend process. Can NoCode also be used to create a front-end UI or interface for the user? Where suppose you
Yeah,
have
so
to,
there are tools. There are tools for that. We have Webflow, we have Google Sites, we have Notion, we have many tools to get working with a front end dish from very beginner kind of approach to a very advanced user. We have all the tools and the no code to do that. Yeah, so I recommend mm, I recommend you to first uh, build some projects in Google Sites. It's pretty easy to use. Then move to let's say Webflow for some advanced users if you are into that.
and how where can I find the resources to learn the process for doing all this?
No, so essentially, it's a tinkering process. You just need to have an internet connection, Google it, whatever you want. The first tool which comes to be free to use that. So there are no resources to be honest. Um, you can watch some YouTube videos, but the 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 thing which will get you started in no code is essentially doing stuffs. So you need to get your hand dirty and click fast. That's it.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. This was
Uh, in the meanwhile, I have posted the feedback form in the chat box, so please fill it. Uh, and you can yes continue with the Q&A round. Sorry for interrupting.
I see one more hands up, but I do not know whose.
I think it was just Yash Agarwal only.
Okay, no problem. Cool. I hope you enjoyed it. We can stop the recording now and we can have a chit chat and then break out.